Hey guys, InvasionSurvivor here, and what happened? Vote now finished. Look at the number we're at. 50,000 away. The beginning number was 50,000, and 50,000 was what we had to pay. And it seems like 50,000 is that unlucky number right now. I'm about to show y'all something I'm not happy about. See this? See this right here? Days remaining. What happened? Unless you haven't figured out. There's a problem with this number, isn't it? I mean, you're probably about to ask, how did I get this number of membership days? And the only possible way would be to pay for it, but I don't think there's a way to pay for this number. And I'm about to show you why. The reason I'm not proud of you is I didn't see a rise to 500,000. We got ever so close. But what happened from the day the servers released 50,000 votes in one day to barely getting 10,000 votes in one day? Now is where I show the different side to the story. This little click here to review results, there's a reason it's there. Because one would think the results are right there. What are you doing? Let's read this slowly. Old school servers now open, vote closed. Look at the meter. Has it reached it? No. Now let's read. Congratulations, old school RuneScape is here to stay. After running 2 straight weeks, the old school RuneScape poll is now closed, finishing with 449,351 supporting votes in total. Although sadly, the final tally is short of the 500,000 and 750,000 targets. The incredible passion from the old school community and their supportive friends have inspired to offer something special to kick off this new service. We've been overjoyed by the enthusiasm and goodwill amongst the community since the start of the poll. Does this sound pretty good? There's clearly a super passionate group of RuneScapers who have shown they are nostalgic for some old school gameplay. As a gesture of our own goodwill and aspiration for this newly established community to flourish and hopefully grow, we will not be charging the additional $5 membership fee for at least the next 6 months. The enthusiasm for this service and positive early start has been great to witness. With many people voting just out with their friends, which is a truly awesome show of the camaraderie and possibly unique to our great community. Now, old school RuneScape has been launched. We need to see how many players will actually use this service on a regular basis. Should the community continue to grow and players remain engaged in the service, it will remain as a free benefit to our cherished members. Obviously, should the player activity decline over the next 6 months rather than grow, we would have introduced an additional $5 membership fee to fund what's been going on. So this number right here, that's how many days I actually have in membership, just in membership. A small development team will remain dedicated to old school RuneScape, fixing any issues to crop up and being able to work on tweaks and changes to the game over time.
Home yet?
We remain committed to making old school RuneScape an exclusively community-driven service. You can be sure that we will not make any design changes to the game without the community voting on it first. Starting in a few weeks, we'll have regular polls where the old school community decides what changes they do or don't want made. Shortlisted from your discussions on the old school feedback forum, we'll be also adding in more of the modern anti-bot technology in the old school RuneScape so we can maintain our stance of zero tolerance to cheating botters and gold farmers. This looks interesting, doesn't it? Old school features. Only 2 of them are checked off. Small team.
Who are you talking to?
I'm recording for YouTube, shut up. And basic. small team, basic. This is what I'm proud about. Additional membership fee of around $5 is not checked off. Neither is $15. The server has been launched. Honestly, I would have liked to see that checked off on everything except that one. There is sadly not an additional dedicated development team, but there is a small team. This one I'm proud about, but I'm not exactly proud about. That's why. Level maintenance, basic. We don't get weekly maintenance, so if a bug comes out, it may or may not be fixed immediately. But as for bots, they're dead. And for the updates, we have a say in them. We do have a say in them. And you know what you know why I'm glad about that? I'm kind of in the game. I'm gonna turn the music down real quick. Actually, I'm gonna find a good song. Just give me a minute. Seriously, it's like, not recording gameplay. Where are you? Sorry, dude, you're my friend. Thing is, I'm not proud of one thing, and that's that we didn't reach that milestone and show how much the community really wants us. What this to me looks like, basically just almost as if a graphic bug happened to the game, and almost as if it was actually still in a real game right now, because everybody's in here. We've all got that random crap, and I already saw something with an obby cape. See this? We still have a chance to get this with every benefit of the 500,000 vote threshold. Because you still showed an amazing impact on how much you want this. So yeah, maybe we haven't hit the big league, maybe we have to. I'm really sorry. He's gonna watch this video, and I'm gonna go ahead and apologize in advance for that one. I can't really apologize in advance because it's already too late. But I'll deal with it. Don't worry. We still have a chance, in a kind of a metaphorical sense. The polls are still running, and the polls are basically just being slowed down really badly. So the 500,000 votes we have to get the comparison to that is just we have to keep this community growing and thriving. And I really don't see that being too hard, because everybody loves this game. Half of the RuneScape community is currently online on this game instead of online the actual game. The actual main website shows the player base of both server sides of players online, which is 98,000. Currently on here there's almost 50,000 players. So we have 6 months to get this community thriving, growing, to get the 500k in this other sense. So if we still have this community and a little bit more when Jagex comes back in September, or whenever they decide to really look at it, I really don't hope when they say we're going to look at it in September and see if it's still growing means that they're just going to ignore this project for 6 months and then come back to it. I really don't hope that I really kind of hope that they still watch over the game and just see, is the community growing in general. But we still have an opportunity to get that 500,000 votes that didn't hit in another sense. So now it's not that hard at all. You get membership once and you don't have to pay another $5. You play this game because you like the nostalgia. Support it like Jagex says. You really think an update to this size wouldn't come? I could see why RuneScape Classic came to the game, because it was so old it didn't have anything that the current version of RuneScape has. That's why there's no community on RuneScape Classic. It's such a small community. It's kind of sad, but there's like less than 100 players nowadays online on RuneScape Classic. But it's not the case for this. So here we go. I've stepped into a new world. I'm a new knight. I want to slay a demon. I want to kill a dragon. I would like to figure out what happened to the knight's sword. I would like to see why Romeo has such a problem with figuring out that Juliet is about 5 houses down from him. I'd like to kill a vampire that's been haunting a small little town in its manor. You know what else I'd like to do? I'd like to figure out the story behind the penguins. I'd like to figure out about the old dying race of cave goblins. I'd like to figure out the mysteries of ancient magic again. I'd like to build my own canopy. I'd like to figure out how smithing can be applied to magic. I would like to fix a broken family. I would like to kill a Montserrat general. I would like to become a Fremennik. I would love to live a new side of the Shield of Arav series. I'd like to join the right side. The Phoenix Gang, if you don't know. Or is it the Phoenix? Is it the Black Arms? Yeah. Whatever the ones that has the lady that holds the Karis dagger. Not really the best way to say it, but you know. I'd like to figure out the mysteries of that haunted mine down in Mauritania. I'd like to figure out what's going on in Sophonim. what lies inside the monkey jungle. And wield a different weapon. I don't know if I wanna do one small favor for anybody, but being generous, I might go about it. I'd like to see the mysteries of the magic of food brought to evil and then brought down. I'd like to help the cause of the White Knights. I'd like to kill a demon when summoned. I would most certainly love to help Miscellanea and the Tree Gnome Village. I'd like to do all of that, really. All of it. Starting from the easiest of them all, and building my way up to the final journey. From catching imps to slaying the largest demons that cause the most problems around. From making a replica of a lost sword to finding a sword of my own, really. From slaying a minor demon that poses a threat to the large kingdom of Varrock, to killing the dragon that haunts Crandall. From infiltrating the Black Knight's fortress to infiltrating Meyerditch. It's a new journey. It's a new time. And all you have to do is one simple thing. You have to come with that journey. You have to support what you know and love, because now you have the chance to do that. They've given us a chance. They've given us a second chance. They've metaphorically kept this going. So, you've been given the chance. What are you going to do about it? Are you going to sit back and watch like we did, like we all had to do, watching, knowing that the fact that it wasn't going to reach 500,000 votes, and thinking we were not going to be able to play this game with no additional fees and have a say, when right now we have pretty much all of that? Are you going to keep this great gift, or are you going to ruin it? Tell me. Because until I saw what was behind the results, I was not proud of your community. I was proud of all the support you showed, but not how. We lacked that support in the end. But give all of us another reason to be proud. Give us all a reason to say, I'm not paying for the evolution of combat. I'm definitely not paying that additional $5 so that the evolution of combat will be even upgraded sooner. I'm not paying so that the World Wakes will be the best quest released in the world. I'm paying the minimum amount of normal membership to play RuneScape. Not to play what RuneScape has become, but to play this. And every time I hear EOC, I'm always going to wonder, what is EOC? What is the EOC? Is that like some kind of private server or something? Or is Is it like a new quest that Jagex is talking about releasing? Because I sure don't know what it is. You always talk about how it's better in the EOC. Is it like a private server? How it's not better in the EOC? That's what I'd like to do. Wouldn't you? Wouldn't you like to see this advance? But not advance to the current game? Don't you like having a say in what we come out with? The thing that annoys me most is, with a lot of things we had a say. We had a say in the wilderness and the free trade coming back. Sadly, the bigger say was that it came back, and I really do miss revenant hunting. I guess that's one thing you kind of have to take consequence from. We also had a say in this coming back. They didn't have a say for it not to come back, though. We just had a say on how it comes back. We didn't have a say in the biggest update that failed, the evolution of combat. Why is it that the biggest update to the game was something that we didn't have a choice for? Think about it. They forced it on us. Nobody wanted it. They tried to make it as delectable as possible, but in general, nobody wanted it. They didn't listen to the community when they came up with Evolution of Combat. They just forced it upon us and said it's a great update. I'm sure you think so too. You know, we're not going to check the statistics on that. We're just going to release it and, yeah, pretty much, lol, just get over it. I think they've realized now their mistake. But it's something that can be undone. Sadly. But this is also something that can be undone. But it still can be ruined, just like the main game, without your support. So this isn't Jagex we have to rely on. We have to rely on you, community. So, what are you going to do? I think you know what to do. Keep on scaping, RuneScape community. And bring it to a day that we'll remember RuneScape. Where we'll be playing RuneScape and not RuinedScape. This is what RuneScape is, right here. This is InvasionSurvivor signing out. And as always, keep on scaping. Keep on fighting for this. What RuneScape really should have been. This is InvasionSurvivor. Signing out.